Hey class, so today I'm out. I'm here at Irvin, but I'm not in the classroom. So today you guys have your substitute. Make sure that while I'm gone, and always, you guys are following our 3 pillars of trust, respect, and responsibility. I want to hear nothing but good things when I return back next week. So I want to hear good notes from the sub. If I don't, then there will be some consequences from that next week. But the class that is the most behaved, if I don't hear anything from that class, I'll bring something special for that class next week. Okay, so part of following our 3 pillars, make sure that if your cell phone's out right now, you put it away and that it remains put away for the remainder of the class period. And then make sure that you're only using the computer for the purposes required for the class. So you're only using it for the assignment given. You're not using it for other purposes. I am asking our substitute to walk around and make sure that everyone is following these rules. Again, I am on campus, so if there is an issue, I can always stop by. Make sure that you're following our trust aspect of the 3 pillars, that we're trusting you to use your technology correctly and you're being responsible and doing your work. Okay, you guys should be logged onto Echo. If you go to Echo, this is what your agenda looks like for today. We launched our cancer project last time I saw you guys. And in order to understand how cancer occurs and how it affects cells, you first need to understand the structure of what a normal cell is supposed to be like and how it's supposed to function. So that's what you guys are doing today. With one person at your table, you're going to complete this cell analogy activity. When you're creating an analogy, you have to understand what that cell does. And so on number 2, right here, you guys will see these are the resources I have provided you. Use these resources. Don't Google. And I know a lot of you guys are going to try to do it anyway, but don't do it. Because one, you might be confused about the definition that you're reading. You might just copy and paste and not really understand what you're writing. Or it might be the wrong definition. So these 2 sources are the best sources, I believe, for you to get an accurate understanding of what the cell parts do in an easy to understand kind of way. The first video in particular is very good. So watch those videos. It's only like 7 minutes. And you have the rest of the class period to work on your cell analogy activity. You will present your analogies next time I see you. So you need to be prepared. You need to finish on time and make sure that you're completing that. Again, with one person at your table in your group. Okay, so let's click on cell analogy activity. You guys can follow along with me if you have your computers open. And this is what you're required to do, just in case there's any questions about it. Okay, so for this assignment, you're getting 4 grades. You're getting graded on your knowledge. So did you understand the definitions that you wrote down? And is it in your own words, or does it seem like you just copy and pasted from Google? If you just copy and pasted from Google, you're not going to get credit for that. You're getting agency points. So are you staying on task? So do I hear about you from the subnote? And then did you turn it in before you left? So that's one thing. You're also getting collaboration grades. Next time I see you guys, you'll rate your partner based on how much they contributed to the final product. And I'll be able to tell during presentations if someone didn't contribute as much as the other person. Because usually those who contribute more have a better understanding about the what they're saying. And then oral communication, again, next time I see you, you're going to do a real quick oral presentation grade where you're going to say what your analogies were, but I do want you to make an effort to give eye contact and speak loudly so we can hear you. So any extra time at the end of class, you should rehearse and practice what you're going to say. Plus you have all weekend if you need to. So you're going to use simple and easy to understand definitions to create an analogy about cell organelles. We have organs inside of our body that function to keep us alive, and they each have a special job or role, right? Like our heart, our liver, our lungs, our brain. Well, our cells have their own organs inside of them working together to help the cell, but they're little organs, so they're called organelles. So you're going to learn about these little organelles inside of the cell, and you're going to relate what they do to some kind of theme. That's what an analogy is. So, for example, and you can't use a city. Okay, so don't use a city. But if I were to create an analogy about a cell using the city, we learned about the cell membrane, right? The cell membrane controls what comes in and what comes out of the cell. I could say a cell membrane is like a security guard because security guards control what comes in and what comes out. Or if I'm doing the city thing, like if I'm doing like El Paso here, we're next to Mexico, right? So we have our border patrol, and they can control who can enter and who can exit, right? So you're creating an analogy based on the function of that organelle. So you're going to do that for numbers 1 through 11 on your worksheet. You do need to make sure you have a theme. Then you tell me what your theme is so I know that you stuck with one theme. So think of something. Some people pick a sport. Some people pick like a TV show that they like, or just think of something. And then, so you'll put it's like a blank and then because blank. So that's the explanation of the function of the organelle. So you're going to work together to complete that. You'll get the information from watching the video, so I would jot down things as you watch the video and pause it so you don't forget what it said. And then individually when you're done with your analogies, there's this game you guys can play online. And it's basically a tutorial on the cell parts. It quizzes you, make sure you understand it. If you play the game and you get 0 mistakes, you get a signature, so you can ask our sub to sign, but they have to see on your screen that there were 0 mistakes. And then any extra time, rehearse and get your analogies ready to present to class. So first thing, next time I see you guys, you'll be presenting. And that's it. So I'm looking forward to hearing nothing but good things about how well you guys did in class. If you have any questions, shoot me an email and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible.